Welcome back. My name is Janae. If this is the first time that you are seeing me around here, today I will be talking about how to break the yo-yo diet cycle, which is a hot topic, and I can't wait to dive into it. If this is the first time that you are seeing me, hello and welcome. I am a neurolinguistic programming practitioner as well as a hypnotherapist. Pretty much I love to nerd out on how your mind works and especially how we can use your mind to help you achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. And if you have felt stuck in those goals, to help figure out why you're stuck and to get out of that. So if this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell so that you get notified whenever new videos come out, because pretty much I will be hopping on here to talk about a range of topics that are typical for really plaguing, for lack of a better word, women. Think weight loss, think how can we actually go about stepping into our money goals? How can we step into confidence? All of those topics are going to be approached from a subconscious mindset standpoint, which is really what I'm here for. So there is that. So let's dive in. How to break the yo-yo diet cycle. Oh my gosh, this topic is one that I feel like, how many times has this come up in casual conversation? It is literally just like almost flavor of the day when it comes to diets. And man, I don't know about you, but I have also felt subject to this like diet craze. We all hear the like buzzwords. Oh, are you doing keto? Are you doing Whole30? All of these different diet cycles, diets that we come up with, and every single one seems like it's going to be the new promised land. Like this one is going to be the next thing that's going to work the best for me. And we see people who are successful in all of these diets, and then somehow it's like it just doesn't work. And it doesn't work for numerous reasons. And it's frustrating, and we keep going through that cycle over and over again. So I want to talk about three main things of kind of like why it doesn't work and what we can actually do to break it. So first, a lot of times when we choose diets to set out on, we are thinking about, hey, I want to lose this much weight. I want to, some type of a metric is typically what it's tied to. And when we do that, we're not always thinking about the longevity of that diet. So what I mean by that is, how sustainable is it for your lifestyle? Is this something that you will actually be able to do over an extended period of time? Or is it something that's going to not even be sustainable for you? That's number one of why they tend to not work and how you end up trying more and more over again. Another one is the type of results that you are looking for. So I see all the ads of, drop 30 pounds in this much time, and this is how they lost so many inches off their waist in 30 days. All of these people trying to get instant gratification, which I get it. That's kind of like what drives human nature, is us getting results very quickly and things like that. However, what you don't see in those ads is that those results are not typically sustained. And so that person is actually probably hopping from thing to thing to thing. Or if you read the fine print on a lot of those systems, it's like, hey, take it for this long and then, don't take it for a while. And then in that time period when you're not taking it, you are literally going back to what you were before, if not worse. And so pretty much having results as a goal that really aren't, once again, going back to point number one, sustainable. The third thing is, how do we actually sustain the normalization of those results? And so though you might be like, what are you talking about? This is what I mean. Like I said, there are goals that we set that are like pretty much metric goals, right? And when we set those metric goals, our whole focus is on reaching that goal. But what I want to ask you is your diet one that will actually allow you to maintain those results for an extended period of time. So when it comes to how to break the yo-yo diet cycle, the core and the thing that kept connecting those 3 points that I just mentioned to you, having it be sustainable, the type of results that you set, and how to actually make it something that is longer lasting for your body to actually create a blueprint from. It all goes back to how can we actually create a diet, for lack of a better word, that is sustainable for us. And I also kind of want to reframe this whole phrase diet. I don't know about you, but when I hear diet, I think of just this thing that you try for a specific period of time, and then you're going to go back to something else, and all of your habits are going to change. And I challenge that when you think about diet, to start actually thinking about it as a way of life, a way of just eating. That's number one. And if the diet that you are trying to start using or working on is not something that you can see yourself doing for an extended period of time, I want you to actually question what your goal is when setting that diet. So, if you have a certain date that you're trying to meet where you're like, I just need to lose all this weight or whatever, but it's not long term, I think it's really important for us to question, why is it that we're pushing ourselves, and why are we pushing our bodies in a way that is not sustainable? Because I always want to come from the more holistic standpoint. And when we talk about working with your mind to help you achieve goals such as weight loss, such as being healthier, such as eating better in general, our minds actually keep a blueprint of what health looks like for us. And so when we go through this process of jumping from diet, from solution to solution, from workout to workout, we aren't actually building up that blueprint where our body knows where to default to. Because something about the way that your subconscious works is that it's always trying to achieve the goal that has been the main focus. And the focus is not just you saying, hey, I want to lose weight. There are specific ways for you to actually get your subconscious to understand that that's a goal that you have. But once you have done that, it is constantly trying to get there. It is literally it is creating habits for you. It is sustaining habits. It is making thoughts, beliefs for you to actually help you achieve those goals. And chances are, if you have been in this yo-yo diet cycle for a long time, you aren't even sure if you believe that this new thing will work. And so, of course, your mind is not going to be working in a way that is actually going to help you make whatever it is work. And like I said, I am not a nutritionist. I am not a personal trainer. And I highly recommend that you work with one of those people whenever you are pursuing major changes here. I am strictly coming from this from a mindset standpoint, because the fact is that regardless what foods you would like to eat, there are, you can go extreme on all sides of that where it could be not to your benefit. And if you are starting, stopping over and over and over again, you're really just sending your body mixed messages anyways. And one thing about your mind, once again, this is what I'm going to keep going back to, it listens to you above anyone else. And so when you're not even clear on what it is you want, when you aren't even congruent on what it is that you are pursuing, there is no way for you to succeed, because you're not even giving yourself a clear map of what it is that you're trying to achieve. And so I think that even though it comes up as this very superficial topic of, oh, diet, oh man, I'm just trying another one, it really goes a lot deeper as to why it stops working for you. And I know from my personal experience, for me, there was one that I tried. I was like, hey, I'm going to do Whole30. I psyched myself out so bad. I went to the grocery store and I was purging everything. I went through my pantry. I was like, okay, I'm going to get rid of all of these things. I'm going to buy only things that I can eat. Day one of me trying this new diet, I had psyched myself out so much about what it was that I was doing that I couldn't even have a successful first day. And that is exactly what I mean by, I knew going into it that would never be sustainable for me. I knew it. And it is just like one example. And I know a lot of people may not do that for a longer period of time, but it's just one example of I didn't even have a clear vision on what I was trying to achieve by it, other than, hey, this sounds good. I want to be healthy. I really want to kickstart my year. Of course, it was like around New Year's. And I decided to do it. And I didn't have like tools set up for my own success in that area. And so it was like doomed before it even started, literally day one, where I had already been like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to move on because this is clearly not working. So I guess what I'm saying, all of that to say that if you are in this cycle, I just want you to give yourself grace and for you to really come at it from a standpoint of like, what can you maintain for an extended period of time? And what is something that doesn't feel like you are torturing yourself? Because you being so restrictive on yourself is not going to help you either, because typically what happens when we try to restrict ourselves too much, eventually you're going to have a cheat day and you're going to go all in on all the things, and that's just not super sustainable. So if you would like to do this more, if you're wondering like, how can I help reframe the things that are popping up in my mind? How do I get my subconscious to work for me? There is a link in the comments for you to be able to join this amazing where we dive into these topics more. It's completely free. Really, my goal is just to help you get on your way as you embark on this journey. So I will see you next time. Have an amazing day.